All right, we are live. Let me make sure. Yeah, we're good. All right. Everything going? Can you guys hear me? Not that I expect anybody to be in this chat because I have no followers, but still, we're going to have fun watching WATERWORLD. All right. And let's see. Yeah, I've got two guests with me today, Mr. Jef Shaffer and Mr. Alex, also known as Lantern 2814. We will have them join us here in just a bit. I just want to let you guys know we are watching WATERWORLD on Netflix. So if you have Netflix or know somebody that has Netflix, go to that account, look up WATERWORLD. That's the version of this movie that we'll be watching. So without further ado, let me just do my little intro here, and then we will get started.
Kevin Costner, WATERWORLD. I don't know what all the fuss was about. I saw that movie 6 times. It ruled.
All right. Let's see here. Lantern, what's up? Jef, what's going on?
What's up, man?
I'm going to go back and forth. I'm going to keep calling you Lantern and Alex, probably back.
That's fine.
Back and forth.
Why don't you just call me Jeff? Oh, you were talking to him.
Yes. That'd be awkward, Jeff.
So my name's also Jeff. My name's.
I guess I'll go by Jeff today. But yeah, Jeff is actually in the studio with me. He's sitting across from me here. Jeff, introduce yourself. Tell people what you're about and where to find you and all that fun stuff.
I'm Jef Shaffer. I'm a musician, comedy podcaster. People can find out more about me at JEFSHAFFER, jeffshaffer.com. I've got a solo comedy podcast called Jef Becomes Jef on iTunes, Amazon, you name it. And I've also got an EP called Ghosts that I released last year that is available on all digital platforms. So go check out my music, go check out my weirdness, and excited to watch a mixed reviewed movie.
All right. Yeah, and Jeff is quite the musician as well. I've known this guy for 10 years now. And
At least.
Yeah, very, very musically talented gentleman as well. Lantern, what about you, buddy? What do you do?
Well, if you type in Lantern 2814, you'll find out exactly what I do on YouTube. All right. Yeah, make tons of YouTube videos. Follow me on Twitter, Lantern Alex. Same thing. Yeah. But yeah, that's it.
All right.
I make YouTube videos.
Yes, he watches movies like I do and talks about them.
Yeah.
So yes, WATERWORLD, we are ready to do this. Yeah, I know.
Are we going to talk about the movie before we start it, or are we just going to start?
We can, yeah, sure,
Yeah,
why not?
should.
Yeah, what do you guys want to talk about? How the shit show that the production of this movie was?
A hurricane destroying the sets. You know,
Oh yeah, I
midway
forgot
through.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody was, from what I gathered, was pretty miserable on set because it was all on water. Like,
Yeah. All
Really?
practical.
yeah,
They filmed WATERWORLD on water?
yeah. Can you believe it or not?
Very odd.
No
Right, it
CG.
was very, very tedious working conditions for that. But yeah, even like Kevin Costner and the director got into a huge feud. The director ended up walking off set, and Kevin Costner initially just took over directing and editing, the rest of the movie himself. And I believe the director even said, "Hey, maybe he should do that more often because then he'll be working with his favorite actor and his favorite director."
Right.
Then
Exactly.
Dances with Wolves came out. That's it, right?
Right. Well, I was actually telling Stevie that I looked up just some fun facts, and one thing that I thought was interesting, especially with the Justice League movie watch that you guys did recently, is that Joss Whedon, back in probably 94, because it came out in 95, was brought in to do last-minute rewrites. Haven't we heard that before?
Little precursor, dude.
And he hated it. He called it 7 weeks of hell, quote unquote.
Well, he's going through a lot longer of hell right now.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that guy's career's done. I don't know, but
We'll see.
But yeah. Anyway, this was one of my favorite movies growing up. I want maybe at least in the top 20. And I don't know. I remember the critics hating on this movie, but my dad and I, we loved it. We've always had it. We owned it on VHS, and I own it on Vudu, and so I'm happy to be doing this watch with it.
For the record, Steve just said VHS.
Yes.
For those of you children out there that don't understand what VHS is, I don't have an answer for you. It's just you're never gonna understand. Like actual physical tape blowing on them, to try and just like Nintendo cartridges.
But tape, wouldn't that get sticky?
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah, I'm here all week. Thank you. Try the veal. All right. So let's. Is there anything else you guys want to add to this before we get started?
I would like to add that I have nothing to add.
Okay. Thank you.
It's funny that you grew up on this because this is like a movie I grew up on too. It came out in 95. I was born in 94, but like this was one of the first movies I saw on TV all the time. Like when I was like young, like 8, 9 years old, like this was on TV all the time for some reason.
Well, let me clarify. This movie came out 2 years after I graduated high school. So,
and it came out 6 years before I graduated high school. Yeah.
You don't have the nostalgia love for it. Same thing with Batman and Robin. I just like watching that movie because it's just hysterical now.
I still have nostalgia for it. I mean, as a kid that always was into movies, and I mean, this was like really the era with like Jurassic Park and stuff where they were really starting to get the CGI right and figure out the appropriate usage of sets versus CGI. And if anything, I always thought this movie was a big feat in stepping forward into that realm.
This movie was a big feat for a lot of different reasons. But have you ever seen the? Have you ever actually like been to Orlando, Florida, and seen the ship?
No.
They have it, and well, at least when I went,
I've been there
18 years ago. They had the WATERWORLD ship there.
Maybe I have, and I just don't remember. There's a lot of reasons why I don't remember things from 20 years ago.
Touche, my friend.
And this has been brought to you by Amberbach. All right.
One of the funniest memories, a little side note here, of you, this is probably about 10 years ago, something like that, is we were at a show and you were dancing with your beer, doing something, and you fell and like busted your ass, but kept your beer up the whole time. Yeah. And you got up, and your arms bleeding, but you're like, I still have my beer. All right.
All right.
Let's get this started here, folks. Lantern, are you queued up?
Yeah, I'm at the 0 second mark. Is that where we're starting from?
Yep. All right. In 3, 2, 1. And of course, it's buffering.
Mine's not. We're going. We're going.
Yeah. Okay. Now we started.
Where are you at?
I'm still watching the Universal thing move around.
See, this is why we should pause when this disappears. When Universal disappears, everyone pause. That's a marking point because now it's loaded. Yeah. Pause.
It's a twice.
So if everyone pauses as soon as the Universal disappears, now you can do a 3, 2, 1 count and you start the movie and everyone's already loaded. But you didn't do a 3, 2, 1 count.
No.
Well, now we're way behind.
I think we're pretty close enough here.
Okay.
Well, this is my favorite part of the movie where the icebergs melt. The whole point of the movie, right here.
Right. Yeah. This is definitely a very important part.
And the movie phone guy talks.
Yeah. The guy does all the commercials. In a world full of water.
And I was reading that the original soundtrack guy was fired after writing 25% of it because it was too ethnic sounding. And I'm going to tell you right now, this sounds ethnic as shit, okay?
Over here, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The tribal drums here.
Uh-huh.
We have a comment. Somebody, why are you watching WATERWORLD?
That's
why
the first
not?
comment?
Is the question. Why not?
This movie rocks.
So this always cracks me up. So this movie was actually, the guy wrote it to be a knockoff of Mad Max.
Yeah.
But there's all this kind of steampunk stuff. And when you look at these future post-apocalyptic worlds, they have all this technology that's very mechanical, but it doesn't exist today somehow. Like, it's so weird. It's not digital. It's very mechanical. Like, look at his boat. What's that weird spinning thing? I don't even know what it's for. Gyro to keep him level?
I have no idea. Because it looks cool, Jeff.
Yeah.
That's
when
what
I wake up in the morning, I like a nice cup of piss.
Lex Luthor loves this kind of drink, right? From beef.
Yeah, that's actually Granny's peach tea right there. So here's one thing. Me.
Let's drink with him.
I'm delicious. Oh, we forgot to mention we're doing a drinking game.
Oh yeah.
Anytime they mention Dryland, we're taking a sip.
Right. And also anytime I just want a sip, I'm going to take a sip. So I want to right now because I'm thinking about it.
It says that I'm echoing. Smokers! Am I echoing, Shadow Vessel?
I don't hear you.
I don't think he's... Yeah, I think that's not what he meant by that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't hear no echo.
Oh, he didn't say... Is it echoing or etching?
Shit.
I don't know.
He's spilling BBs everywhere. Jeez. He is horrible aim.
Yeah, this is a very steampunk sort of thing for sure. It begs the
what is he doing with these little balls? Like, what is this doing? It's like a timer?
Yeah, it's some sort of timer to release.
No, I thought it was like some... I don't know.
They have all these mechanical things, but they can't make a mechanical watch. But they make this completely elaborate contraption that counts balls. Look
at my wind chimes. They're made of gears and keys. Because in this world, we can't just fashion normal fucking pipes like we did back in the day.
All right, thank you. Comments. We're figuring out the echoing issue. Okay, so what's happening here? There's beads, pearls, whatever.
So apparently his ship is a big game of mousetrap. It's like the beginning of Pee-wee when he's making his breakfast. Oh, Mr. Miyagi's coming in for the bonsai.
It's not a bonsai tree, you know.
It's somebody with Corona because they were grabbing limes. That's my guess.
So I guess I don't know what that beaded thing was doing. I mean,
we'll find out potentially. It might have been releasing that buoy that's coming up.
Yeah, it probably had something that held that underwater.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the best way. So, like, here's my question. You know, in this movie, they're making, you know, the importance of Dryland and paper. You know, like how they're rare.
Oh, dude, that's my favorite part of this movie. When the guy's like, oh, "What if a paper? It's just beautiful paper.
It's paper."
That's my favorite part of this movie.
It does stick out. I'm with you on that one. But like,
all right, wait a minute. Why did he just smell the lighter and then automatically know how to use it? Either you
yeah, right.
The lighter,
he doesn't know what that is. Yeah.
Well, he's a mutant. He's obviously.
This had to hurt doing a bunch of this shit in bare feet for him.
Right? He did a lot of this in bare feet.
Yeah.
And his boots don't look comfortable either. This is like some metal ass boots.
From his last concert.
But like, so they're making a big deal about this paper and being a rarity and dry dirt and all this stuff. But the problem is, well, the thing is, first off, there's no trees, but everything's made of wood and rope. And what are their clothes made out of? Like these, I would imagine would also be everything would be a rarity. And not to mention the smokers are, smoking cigarettes wrapped in paper and leaves. But
can you boost this one notch?
Yeah.
I'm not hearing the dialogue very well. I want to hear. I think he has an accent in this movie, or tries.
No, Kevin Costner does not have an accent.
Let me listen.
Oh yeah, drink every time you hear a weird Portuguese accent.
See, where are you then?
I don't know. I think this is how Kevin Costner talks.
Yeah.
What do you think, Alex? Do you think Kevin Costner's doing an accent? I don't see it. Jeff seems to think he is.
It's a little off. I'll give you it. It's a little off Costner. But yeah, this is actually at the height of Costner's stardom, isn't it? Like before this, he did JFK and what?
Well, I think
Field of Dreams.
Well, I think Field of Dreams was where he really took off, and he did a lot of.
But he also Bull Durham, a baseball movie that he did with Tim Robbins, and at the time Tim Robbins was very unknown.
Yeah, I don't remember that movie.
It was really funny. Susan Sarandon was in that as well. All right, who are these mother jamas who they're surrounded by water, but they can't wash their face?
Shadow Vessel. Kevin Costner only speaks Kevin Costner.
I didn't say he was doing a good accent. Don't get me wrong.
Kevin Costner's doing his most mediocre impersonation of himself.
Shit.
He doesn't do an accent in Robin Hood either, right?
Right.
She stole his fruit.
Yeah.
Look at all this crazy shit right here. Total steampunk mechanics, ship doing things.
Right? It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of work.
So I guess Kevin Costner actually put in $20 million of his own movie or own money to get this movie made too.
Right, because he did Robin Hood before this, so like he earned some money. Like he has some money like after Robin Hood and that.
Right, and like you said with Robin Hood, like he had no accent in that movie, but he was in England.
I know. Well, I'm telling you, he's trying to sound weird in this. He's trying. He's
trying to sound like a fish man.
He probably thought he was going to get an Oscar for this. Is he still holding that lighter in his mouth? What the hell is in his mouth?
Oh no, does it come into play later?
No, it's just the lighter. Yeah, he's just holding the lighter in his mouth from earlier.
Well, I would imagine that a lighter is like super strong barter in this world. So, like, it had to have been in someone's ass at some point to smuggle it.
And I hit it in the only place.
The only place I knew. Wow, I hit it in my ass. For 40 years, I hit that uncomfortable hunk of Bic lighter in my ass. All right. Ooh.
So,
Peel
can this
all.
thing outrun jet skis? I feel like jet skis are pretty fast.
That thing's cranking.
It's cranking. 20 knots?
That dude's literally cranking to try and start his boat. What the hell is that? A Ford? Oh. That's a shame.
Fuck
here
you,
come
guy.
the jet skis.
Fuck you, guy.
We'll find out.
Have they said
He
Dryland?
probably already saw the jet skis. We're behind. That's right.
Now, what's your timestamp on it?
We're about.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. What's your timestamp?
9:41. 9:44. 9:45. 10-minute mark. We're about to be.
There.
Are you seeing a sailboat in front of the
Yeah,
moon?
sailboat's done.
Yep.
He's sailing around.
Now we see
water.
Are you to the part where he's on the water yet?
Yeah.
He's on a boat.
We're seeing new people. Are you seeing new people?
Yeah. Wait,
okay.
Yeah, he's coming up to the doors.
Yeah.
Portuguese. That's the language.
Oh, discount John Voight.
Oh my God, that was a Thigh Master. I have a jar surrounded by rope. Look.
It's my jar, dude.
Yeah. Oh, he's got dirt.
Fucking get there.
You know what? If that was cocaine in modern age, no one would ever just grab a handful and hold it up into the wind and just let a handful blow away.
That's fun that you automatically go there.
Well,
speaking of, what did you do 20 years ago, Jeff? Jeez Louise.
That's a good question.
Get that mouse off there.
It wasn't cocaine, though. Let me be clear.
It's methamphetamine.
I like the needle, I like to slap my arm a little bit, like it owes me money.
Wow. Makes me feel like an adult.
Right. I do big boy drugs.
Now, as this watch party turns into an intervention for Jeff.
Right. Hi, my name is Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Wait, they have a tree in the background. They're
growing
a tree on dirt. So where do they get the dirt from?
The Holy Land.
Where do they get the tomato plant? Where do you get the lime
tree? Where do they get the shit from? What are they doing?
What's that?
Oh my God, that's the split pea soup.
Is that how they're making land? Are they like using people's bodies and stuff like that to like, I don't know, recycle? Yeah, mulch. Yeah,
granny mulch now available at Lowe's.
Nothing can go to waste.
Yes, it's a little dry and smells a little funky.
We call it our mama meal.
Right. those menacing eyes.
I wonder how long after the. Did it say that? How long after the world became Waterworld this is?
No, that's not a
like next
specific
week.
time. It's in the distant future. Yes.
It's a solid 7 days.
The only people that survived are the people that had kayaks.
There you go. Oddly enough, my son texted me today, my 18-year-old son, and said, "Do we have a kayak or a canoe?" I said, "Where in the fuck do you think I'd be hiding a canoe that you haven't noticed it?" And he said, "Well, I thought it was in the gray thing in the garage." It's like, dude, I don't have a canoe.
It's date.
Ben.
It's true date.
Oh, did he just eat the dirt?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Motherfucker.
So
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
they mentioned smokers. Take a drink.
Oh, no. Sure, why not?
It was not dry. All right, fine.
There's not enough drink.
Dryland, smokers, whatever. Just drink whatever you want to drink.
I want to know why dirt is so much of a commodity, but apparently a lot of people have cigarettes.
Right, that's what I was saying before.
Okay.
Like cigarettes is dirt wrapped in paper. You know, like.
Well, now you need dirt to grow the tobacco.
Yeah. And if the cigarettes got wet, it'd be pretty tough to smoke them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if they get wet at all.
You could dry them out.
You gotta dry them out, yeah.
Can I get a tad more of that? I can't hear the dialogue. I'm sorry, your headphones might be more than mine. That's good.
Isn't that the dude from Ninja Turtles 3?
Shredder?
No, he was the one that like, well, witch, if you're really a witch, then melt me or whatever.
I don't remember.
Oh. He was like the bad white dude in that movie.
There's only so many bad movies I can remember. Okay? There's only so many.
There's Jeanne Tripplehorn, the person with the worst name in Hollywood.
Jeanne Tripplehorn.
Jeanne Tripplehorn.
Tripplehorn is Finkel. Finkel is Tripplehorn.
Yes.
That means
if anyone in the history of movies ever needed to choose a stage name, it's the woman named Jeanne Tripplehorn.
Or what about Deep Roy?
Deep Roy.
Yeah, Deep Roy. He's the guy in Neverending Story. Played the snail racer. Mm-hmm. He also is Charlie in the Chocolate Factory as
Oompa Loompa.
Oompa Loompa. Yeah, what a porn star name that is, huh?
Oh yeah, Deep Roy.
Deep Roy. And he's a little person. That's just perfect.
Right.
Yeah, no one else is wearing boots. Yeah, that would definitely stand out. Definitely stand out.
Well, you know why he's wearing them, though, right?
Because he has to cover his webbed feet.
Yeah.
Right. That's right.
Now, honestly, I'm going to say webbed human toes are not going to make a very significant difference in swimming. I was on swim team my entire childhood through high school. That's why flippers, when scuba divers go and use flippers, they're not shaped like feet. They're bigger.
Well, maybe he's an early evolution mutant.
Well, clearly.
He's the first. Where did he come from, though? Who are his parents? Did they ever go about that? And did they ever talk about, like...
maybe in the 3-hour version of this movie. I don't know.
We got to watch that version. We should just stop this and just start the 3-hour version.
I don't even know where to find it. I mean, I'd have to rent it on Vudu or something.
I didn't know there was, a 3-hour director's cut either.
What's he dumping out? Yeah. Money?
I guess they call them chits.
Chits?
Yeah. He just chit all over that countertop right there.
If you steal someone's money, do you take a chit?
Dude, he's like, fuck these people. I'm just taking all of their shit.
She said, what did you see out there? Water, bitch.
What the fuck of water?
What do you think I saw?
Oh, boy.
Think about how hot it would be, too, in this world, where it's just water and sun. Like, there's no trees for shade. Like, there's nothing to block the sun. It's bouncing off the water into your face all the time. Like
realistically, if this movie was held so far in the future, we probably wouldn't see any actual white people.
Yeah,
When are they getting fresh water to drink? Like fresh drinking water.
Well, you see that they make it themselves.
That's right.
They make their
pee. Yeah.
But you have to have fresh water to put in your system, like it's a chicken and egg kind of thing. Yeah. Like you have to have fresh water to create the piss.
I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
think
they take the salt out of the water. I don't know.
I don't think you can cycle your own piss.
Well, you could do the what do they call that? Where you put the covering over the water and let it evaporate, and the water.
Boiling? I don't know.
I forget what it's called. Distilled. That's called distilling water.
Nice ball cap, buddy. Looks like some bullshit you'd buy at Kings Island.
I rode the WATERWORLD ride.
Right. He likes it when you pull his hair.
Oh, gee, ew. That's not the grossest part of the movie. Those fucking gills. I had nightmares about them.
Here's my thing with this. Like, why? And Jeff and I were talking about this a little bit before we started the watch party, but why in the world would a mutant be something you would want to get rid of or kill? Like, I feel like that's something you could use as.
But like I told you, he's like a superhero in their world, so he's kind of a threat because he can do things they can't.
But yeah, I mean, but like that's a good thing though. Like he can go down in water and get stuff from the bottom of the sea.
Well, yeah, but this dumbass that went down there with the knife is like, I'm gonna go have an underwater fight with the only guy here who can breathe underwater. Duh.
Logics.
But they use a fishnet to catch him.
Right.
I think that's hysterical. I think that's a fishnet.
Shadow Vessel says, why couldn't they just put ocean water through the same filter as the piss?
Yeah.
I don't know if that works.
I don't know, yeah. I'm telling you, if you're ever in a post-apocalyptic situation and you need water, distilling water is the best way to do it. Mm-hmm. Let it sweat all that nasty stuff out itself.
Right now, Kevin Costner is the chicken of the sea. He's like a tuna caught in a net right now. You never heard chicken of the sea? Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure that. Steampunk.
Yes, it's very steampunk.
If you
very
watch
Mad Max.
Yeah, Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome.
Oh yeah,
like
very
the same exact like mechanical dude making some flying machine.
When the guy wrote this movie, he was trying to rip off Mad Max. So he actually had a co-writer that worked on Mad Max 2. That worked on this movie.
I wonder what parts Joss Whedon rewrote.
All the parts that had Cyborg in it, he took out.
Oh, okay.
Anything that had a black actor, he took out.
Right.
Asian actors,
and I'm sure he's 100% responsible for that that nude scene we got coming up in a little bit.
Oh, I didn't know there was a nude scene. I haven't seen this in like.
It's uncomfortably there, but it does play into the plot.
Josh Whedon didn't really write anything on this movie, did he? Did he actually?
Well, according to Jeff's research, Joss Whedon was brought in
for 7 weeks to do rewrites last minute
for this movie.
But he hated working with Kevin Costner. All right, so here we go. That's Deb from Napoleon Dynamite when she gets older.
She reminds me of Newt from Aliens.
She might be the same chick. She does remind me of Newt.
She looks so familiar. They gave her a tan. They gave her a tan.
Right.
It can't be though. Like time period wise, like
no, it would make sense.
Aliens in like early 80s, like
they do look a lot alike.
It's the daughter of Newt.
Yes. Now, isn't that the dude from Sesame Street?
Yes, Mr. Noodles.
Isn't that Mr. Noodles' brother?
Right.
Mr. Noodles.
He was also in Green Mile. He had the mouse.
Yeah, that's right.
Mr. Bojangles.
Mr. Bojangles. There's one part in this movie that it flabbergasts me. Like and it's way down the road. I don't even know if I should bring it up.
What kind of hat is he wearing? Jesus.
But there's one part where like they figure out you gotta turn the map upside down. He's like, I never thought of turning the map upside down. Like, how many times? What kind of kook are you, scientist? Yeah, Shadow Vessel. Definitely not Newt.
Yeah. What the hell? Is he supposed to be part sheep?
The less effective mutants in this movie, the half sheep people.
Right.
Of your kind? Are they suggesting there's a whole race of like Atlanteans? Is this the prequel to Aquaman?
Well, he's in a cage. Right. No, I think this is the prequel to Roots.
Yeah, this is Aquaman's Roots.
Right.
Yeah, this is
Gene Atlan.
long time ago when Atlanteans were persecuted. And
it's weird how Kevin Costner sounds a lot like Kunta Kinte.
We're just gonna call him Toby for this.
Okay.
Name. What is his name in this movie?
He doesn't have one.
He's just called Fish Dude. Like
Mariner.
Oh no, I'm about to look it up though.
And Dennis Hopper is the Deacon. No one has a name.
Mariner. That's what.
Yeah, Mariner. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
They got him hanging over the pea soup.
This is a superhero origin story called The Mariner.
There you go.
Yeah.
So what are their plans? Are they going to drown him? I don't think that works.
I think they're going to drop him in
the goo
porridge that they're making that they put the old grandma in.
Oh, the granny goop?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then they're going to use that to do something. I don't know. What do they do with that stuff? Do they eat it?
They explain it. I don't know.
Smokers.
Oh boy. So much smoke. I mean, at this point, we've clearly already destroyed the ozone. So,
right?
Why not? You know?
All this is real. Like, they built all this you're seeing on the camera right here.
Right. Yeah, and it's all wood.
That's crazy.
And metal.
That's great.
Yeah.
Like, where did they get all the wood and metal? But Dryland's a myth.
Right.
Like, what?
Well, I guess
they started building these ships before, like when they knew shit was going bad.
Yeah.
And now this is just the relics and people scrap.
Well, obviously, according to the illustration at the beginning of the movie, the ice caps melted in like 5 seconds, so they didn't have it.
Well, yes.
No adaptation.
But my question is, there's dudes on jet skis. Where are they getting the fucking gasoline?
Right.
Well,
same place.
They're on the Exxon.
Right.
The smokers are on the Exxon ship. They have oil, and
yeah, but that oil doesn't equal gasoline.
It does in this movie.
All right.
It does in here. Just like piss equals water. It's just.
And honestly, if all you have is one ship worth, why do you have dudes just out on jet skis all the time? Conserve.
They should have just named this movie WATERWORLD: Suspension of Disbelief.
Oh, the cage.
I mean, I'll go with it.
It's stuck. It's a lot of jet skis and a lot of gasoline. Right. I'm just gonna say.
It's a lot of stunt performers, man. This is like the Waterloo of water movies.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? This is intense.
Cirque de Waterworld.
So who is that guy? That guy who looks like he could be John Voight's brother?
Oh, I don't know. I think he's just kind of like the guy that leads that colony.
Yeah.
The blonde-haired guy that we saw earlier? Yeah, I think he's kind of like the guy that oversees this whole area. I don't understand the logic of the fishnet hoods and hat covers. Like, what are they expecting, that occasionally I just want to dive in the water and come back with a couple fish?
Maybe.
Without catching them, they're just stuck to my head. It doesn't protect you from the sun.
Which you'd think that's what would be a main focus in this.
Right. Instead, they said, find me the holiest shit. What the hell is that? Oh, these mama jamas are pumping.
Dennis
Dude.
Hopper, man.
Oh yeah.
What a
Legend.
fucking
The legend.
King Koopa himself.
And bullets eventually. I mean, those would have to run out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everything else
Right.
in this movie is just as rare as water and paper.
Right. But they don't treat it as such. They're just shooting bullets randomly. What the hell?
He's
Is he
like
wearing a
pig.
mask or just that dirty? I couldn't tell what he was sticking his tongue through. Well, that's his face.
It's called his mouth, Jeff. He was sticking his tongue through his mouth.
It looked weird.
Oh, almost.
Oh, what was he trying to get?
Some arrow, something.
He'd probably be better off trying to get the key. Nothing is less concerning to me if I'm on a jet ski than fire-related weaponry.
Right, just
I'll
dodge
just
it.
fall off my jet ski, put it out, and get back up on. Like, what the heck? You're shooting fire at me, and I'm in a world of water.
What am I ever going to do?
And where are they getting the fire from? Must have
So
dicks.
this definitely isn't the first like camp these smokers have. Apparently, there's a bunch of human colonies that have these walls and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because they have this whole game plan to jump
Right.
these walls. Like, how often is this happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people could there possibly be on this planet? Like,
Yeah, this movie doesn't really set the tone very well for like, or not set the tone, but explain to us just how many of these communities there are out there.
Right.
feels like there would only be like one or two. Like
Hey, Jeff,
a
I'm going to
handful.
turn this down, but I'm going to turn it up here.
Yeah, the jet skis are just all these jumping and water skis.
Yeah.
It's just cheap stunts that really. Why are there all these ramps?
Yeah, but the thing about this movie
all
is
real,
I don't care.
Real.
I don't fucking care. Like, I enjoy the shit out of this movie no matter what's
Fair
happening.
enough.
I mean, it is all practical. You
Yeah.
gotta give it that. I mean,
There's a few CGI stunts, but not very much.
I haven't seen one yet in the same. This is all.
Is that even possible to dive a jet ski under the water?
Well, they
and bring it
just
back up?
did.
I don't
That
know.
was-
I'm asking. I don't know if that's actually a real thing.
I'm sure
I don't see why it would be
Yeah.
The
impossible.
science makes sense, but
science rules.
yes. All right.
They just showed a guy fall off his jet ski. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand what the point of that was.
Suspense.
He's beckoning them, but he's really far away. Like, it's going to take a while. A spear. He had a spear.
I was noticing they were using water cannons to fight these guys with machine guns earlier.
The water cannon makes more sense than the spear.
I
That guy
know.
threw the spear. He looked like Lamar from Revenge of the Nerds 2. I don't know if you know that movie. You
Oh,
might be
I know that movie.
Okay.
Don't come into my studio sound like
All
a
right,
grumpy
fine.
old man.
Back in my day. Have they even said Dryland once?
I think they have. We
Okay,
just keep
just
missing
miss
it.
This great top-down shot of Three Horn. It's a great time.
Well, that was one of Joss Whedon's rewrites.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
His directorial tips.
Costner falls on her
Directorial
later.
nips.
Right, awkwardly.
Yeah.
Oh man, look what happened by accident.
He's like the Wizard of Oz that accidentally flew
Yes,
off without
that's
everyone.
exactly
Right.
what I was thinking. Like, yeah, he's definitely the
He messed
Wizard of
up
Oz
and the
right
balloon took off before he could
Yep.
put anybody on with him.
yeah, accidentally.
Right.
It's like, oh man, this major attack's happening. I'm the only one that got away. It sucks.
Oopsie.
He lands on the only part that can catch on fire. Like,
Shadow Vessel says that was the first Revenge of the Nerds.
Hmm.
No, it's the second one where they have to make him a special bendy javelin. I think it's the second one. I could be wrong.
I don't remember.
I'll have to look it up after.
I wonder what that tastes like.
Right.
The muck.
Yeah. Straight butthole.
It tastes like a bunch of
and grandma. Yeah. Tastes like grandma's butthole. Which was the first name that Grandma's Cookies came out with, and then they realized it wasn't selling well. And they just went with Grandma's Cookies. Damn, he just shot out.
He just Aquaman that shit for sure.
Right? He's the first. They really should have made Kevin Costner Aquaman. Like, they could just redo the movie. He's the perfect Aquaman here.
Or have him played, the King Triton or whatever.
Right. Blonde hair, blue eyes, identical.
All right, now maybe we get to figure out what this thing is for. This weird,
spinny.
Yeah. The music is very
90s.
Triumphant.
Yes. Super 90s.
Yeah. I wonder what the original soundtrack really was, though. Because
he only got a quarter of the way through, and they fired him.
Hashtag release the WATERWORLD soundtrack here.
Yeah. Come on. Bald Dennis Hopper is so weird.
All right.
But Dennis Hopper himself is just weird.
Yeah.
All around.
But he's always got that. Good. He's got that very folksy. He's almost like Joe Biden as far as like, oh man, come on now. Like everything's very like casual and folksy.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't hit it big yet with Speed, right? That doesn't come out for another few years.
I thought Speed came out in '94.
Oh, Dennis Hopper was huge in the '70s.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, with Apocalypse Now and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, and then he was even in, I want to say, Texas Chainsaw 2. Which was almost more shtick than anything. How has he still not made it out? I feel like he's been...
Yes, this is they had to get their money's worth with this set.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you build all this, you gotta film a lot here. you gotta justify that.
What was that hand symbol he just did?
I think that's fuck you in Waterworld. They replaced this with this.
It's a loser.
There's what is it, Ross from Friends?
Yeah,
where he would
that's
do
it.
that. Yeah. I still think the use of fire is as a weapon in this setting is really not wise. Oh wow! That blew up at a speed. I think it was going so slow that it was actually traveling backward in time.
Just drop her.
Oh,
yeah. These sets are immaculate, though. They did such a good job.
Dude.
Oh, it's expensive.
This was the most expensive movie at the time. Like,
Oh, yeah.
It was breaking records. It was breaking for how expensive it was.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't it seem like that's always the case, though, with movies that like no have big budgets? Like 75% of the time, 80% of the time, like they just don't live up to that hype,
Yeah, but it's not so much the hype; it's the fact that they're doing something different. They're spending more money. The expectation based on box office standards, it's just going to be hard to meet that.
Yeah.
But they always end up profiting once you get to home box office, video sales, stuff like that. Licensing for video games, comic books.
And I'm trying to figure out how Netflix is gonna.
How are they going to survive after this comes off the platform? I think that's.
Well, that huge multi-billion-dollar deal they just did for Knives Out to get the rest of the series to be streamed on Netflix and made through Netflix.
I didn't know it was a series.
Well, it's not yet.
Oh,
but they're gonna make 2 more movies.
Okay.
But like they're already in debt, and then they spent like $1 billion some odd dollars just for the rights to this movie. It's like I can't figure out what Netflix plan is exactly.
Well, you might have a very good following from like a family perspective. That might make up a big part of their market.
I think they have a few $1 billion like saved up. I think they're good for like a minute.
Yeah.
They could make a lot of different things if they want to. They could make a $300 million movie like Netflix. Like
I think Netflix should go on Shark Tank and ask for capital.
But what wasn't Netflix like in trouble financially like a year ago?
I don't know. I don't think so.
They make $15 off every subscriber, and they have like what 200 million subscribers or something.
Yeah,
every month. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I don't know how you could blow through all that.
See, do you notice Dennis Hopper is under the umbrella, but is still completely exposed to the sun? Like every shield that they use for their heads is totally see-through.
This guy just loves shooting.
Yeah,
he
lives for it.
Oh, damn.
And he's taking out his own people.
Yep.
He's gonna take a last smoke.
Carl, no!
He was definitely in that explosion.
Damn.
That's a big old bomb.
See, they should have given Dennis Hopper hair in the first scene and then had him be bald after the explosion.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. Dude, it's so funny what they do to his eye. Like they try to like put eyelashes on or something. It's so funny.
Everyone's like, sucking his dick pretty much. Oh, yeah, it looks great. It looks so good on you.
Hey, it looks good on you, though.
Well, there's that one guy, I think, comes in, he's like, looks like shit. He's like, it does look like shit. Or crap, or whatever they say. I wonder how many fish died in that explosion, like in real life.
In real life.
Because that explosion really happened in the ocean, right? I mean,
right. I guess that's a good point.
That's the vegetarian in me coming out.
It probably just pushed them really hard. Because fire can't live under the water, so it's like they got burned.
Well, yeah, but if you're near that explosion, just the oomph of it.
I'm sure.
This is kind of dark. They're kind of like murdering and crucifying everybody at this time.
Right.
They could have went, a little further. They could have went a little further with all this.
Oh, Seth Draven, which is my son, by the way, said their Sony deal was about $1 billion. They spent $469 million for Knives. Okay.
It's a lot of money.
Oh, because their Sony deal to stream movies as they leave the theater onto Netflix.
That's dope. That's Spider-Man. They're gonna get Spider-Man on Netflix.
Yep.
That's crazy.
So I thought the Stars network was Sony's streaming thing, but I guess it's not.
I don't know. It's all
it might be Paramount
fracturing and splintering now with Peacock. I mean, everybody's CBS All Access.
Right, but it's all their own material. I think Sony is like whoring out. They have a deal with,
well, they should.
They have a deal with Disney.
Oh yeah.
They have a deal with Netflix. They're probably going about it in a smarter way. All their movies are in different platforms.
Yeah, make it available everywhere. Get a piece of the pie anywhere you can. Otherwise, you're just putting stuff on the shelf.
Why would you look down the barrel of the gun, you dumbass?
Why did Dennis Hopper decide that after he got blown up that he was going to try and make his coat look like Bob Marley's butthole? I mean, it's like dingleberries and dreadlocks all over the place. Like, what's happening? He just lost all self-care.
I don't think I understand the point of wearing a leather jacket in the middle of the fucking ocean. And with nets as shading.
Nets, yes, the shade.
True Romance. What is True Romance?
What do you mean?
Shadow Vessel. I think it's the second time.
I love True Romance.
Is that Kevin Costner movie? True Romance.
Oh well, that's got Dennis Hopper. That's how I learned how to do
Dennis Hopper and Christopher Walken. But I've never seen it.
Smart's done getting slammed in the nose. It fucks you all up.
This is the second live watch party where the person who was in the studio with me did an impeccable Christopher Walken impression.
Yeah, that's how I learned how to do it. Was from True Romance.
Like I sound like when I do my Christopher Walken, I just sound like somebody doing a really bad impression of Christopher Walken.
Right. Like you're doing an impression of someone doing an impression.
Right. Because I put emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, that's
it's better than most.
That's all I can get.
Why are all our canteens made out of Pepto-Bismol bottles?
Well, why wouldn't they be?
They're all triangular. That's probably not a smart Like, you're losing real estate. If it was round.
Yeah, I mean, I guess their cup holders just aren't the same. And
we're just going to add plastic to the list of things that exist.
Yes. Well, yeah. Here comes some Joss Whedon writing, I'm sure.
Her teeth are real nice. Real nice for post-apocalypse.
Well, so's Dennis Hopper's, and he's a smoker.
They should they should have dirtied those shit up.
They don't mind making it look like they, went in someone's butthole. Their faces are just brown, but their teeth are impeccable.
That's the third time you've brought butthole during
I
this.
like the word butthole. It plays well.
I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole with you.
Figuratively speaking, of course. Ooh,
yeah.
He got a microchip on his chest. Is that what that is?
Yeah,
like
that's what it looks like.
A motherboard?
Yeah.
That's a hint to the sequel.
Yeah, that's a hint to the Snyder Cut.
On the island.
It's a hint to the Snyder Cut. It's a part of the mother box.
Mother box.
And then the plane from Lost crashes on the island.
Oh shit!
Boom.
Yep. Joss Whedon rewrite right there.
Oh, when she's like, you can rape me. That's a Josh Whedon rewrite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh Jesus, Josh.
What are these? What
she just starts eating like people do.
Oh my god. This is very well, like what if the little girl comes upstairs?
Well, she'd send her downstairs.
Okay, well, she's a little kid. Yes.
Maybe this is
not let her make the girl watch.
Maybe this is a common thing. Maybe this is a common thing, like when she knows, like, oh, when I'm sitting down to the lower deck.
Upstairs, mommy's gonna go be a whore.
Yeah.
First guy with gills and webbed toes that you meet, and you just open up like a flower in April. Jeez, what a groupie.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
I mean, Aquaman had groupies too, and Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's
now she's going to cover up with a net. She's covering up with a net, which does nothing.
Does it actually show frontal nudity in director's cut? Does anyone know this?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I just learned about it a few days ago.
Yeah, that was the whole argument they had for making it 3D was because her bush was really jumping off the screen.
That's 70s bush.
Audiences complained about hair in their teeth. Yeah.
At least I can floss while I have my popcorn.
That would, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. How do you live in Waterworld and not know how to operate a sail?
Right. Hit her with the oar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this
love at first sight.
Oh, okay. So he did that. What the?
Yeah, this movie is very misogynistic.
That's right.
Well, she was talking a lot. You know what I'm saying? Hit her over the head with the oar. Okay, makes perfect sense to me, Josh Whedon. That's right there.
Well, and there's like a love interest here. Shadow Vessel says it's been a while since he's watched it. He can't remember.
What, True Romance? Or what are you talking about?
3 hour.
The 3 hour version of this.
Is that CG? It looks like they're just on the ocean. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I don't. I think the CG is primarily with the
smoker ship.
Well, I was going to say the
flying.
The balloon, that scientist is the Wizard of Oz is.
Oh my God! What?
It's so fucked up.
At least trim the sutures.
Toby.
It does look like shit.
It spits it out as
See, you gotta love it because this scene is pretty pointless. Like, there's no point in it besides just for comedic relief.
Right.
That's brilliant. I love shit like that.
Hey man, Someone's got to add something to this
Gotta
movie.
steal Cosby funk.
It's got to be some humor here. This always reminded me of Super Mario Brothers, that dinosaur like town in Super Mario.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why.
It does. It's that very narrow under the ground situation.
It's a very odd.
Well,
choice.
it's also like Demolition Man. You know, the people who lived under the ground.
Right.
Very very similar. I guess for movies going forward, we really need to step up our creativity on what underground civilizations will look like. Either that or they're accurate.
We got cigarettes for everybody.
Cigarettes. You know, you could just quit cold turkey. Like that, someone's just talking. You could just try to quit. You know?
Certainly, a patch has floated to the surface at one point. Oh, jeez. Dude's glasses are so thick he can see into the future.
This guy is hysterical. This is
like when he dies. Like, oh, thank God.
He's so goddamn skinny too. It's ridiculous.
Oh.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, the 90s were so underground. For sure.
He said 2 lunars.
Yep.
What is
that? That's 2 moon cycles, I would imagine.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that guy has the most effective hat in the movie.
Dryland.
Oh, Dryland. Damn it. That's the first time we've caught Dryland.
That is right. I almost let it slip past me. I heard it and just forgot.
So the smokers want Dryland for like what exactly? They seem like they're doing fine. I feel like they just wanted to make more tobacco for the cigarettes, right?
They're bad guys just being bad guys doing bad guy things because that's what bad guys do.
They just want to fuck shit up for everybody else.
Yeah. They'll probably go to dry land and like immediately set it on fire.
So why is Jeanne Tripplehorn now just totally fine sewing shit on the boat? Why did he have to beat her with an oar?
Well, I guess
she had already submitted to him with her complete nudity.
Well, yeah, but he really needed to make a point. But an explanation point at the end of that sentence of "you do what I say."
I think sodomy would have done the trick.
Because I'm 100% man, or I'm 50% man and 50% fish.
Okay, maybe he's asexual.
Or like he was really upset at the fact that she didn't like immediately spill all of her eggs for him to fertilize, because that's how he know procreates. So that's why he beat her with an oar. Yes. I got it now.
When he talks dirty, he goes, "Yeah, baby, show me your row."
Yes, Shadow Vessel. That's they're running low on oil on the Exxon ship. That is in this movie, in this version. That's the whole point of that guy down there. He's measuring it.
I still feel like he's trying to do an accent.
Right. I mean, it's like he's trying, but he gives up. You know,
right. He goes in and out of it.
Yeah. Dude, she should have like a big ass like lump on her head and like bleeding, like, you know, like wrapped up in bandages and shit. Like
she should look like Dennis Hopper does.
Yeah. He got hit in the head with like ore. Like, how much weight is that? Like,
he's a gentle
like
beater.
Baseball
right. Yes. It was just a warning shot.
Yeah.
Just across the bow.
The bow. Get it? It's a boat joke.
Yeah.
It's a boat joke.
It's a boat joke. If this movie was made now, that's the song that should be playing as he's beating her.
Right.
Boats.
Yep.
The Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria.
You should be
some chapstick.
Your mom with a whore. What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean?
Damn.
Boys,
Oh damn!
so somebody's really just can't handle the fact that they're thinning on top. You got really triggered by that.
Dude, the little girl can't swim in Waterworld.
Yeah, what the fuck is that about?
That's the first
What
thing
person?
you learn.
At least they're black.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
don't-
That was a bad
let's not-
stereotype.
yeah, let's not
That's
do that.
fine. I'm joking.
Wow, she's not even black.
Good.
I know it's a stereotype.
If she was, that would be hysterical. But it's not. But it's not.
But yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
But no, she's white. She's just overprivileged.
She grew up on that.
She didn't think she needs
So
to
she
learn.
should have a pool in the backyard. She
She does. It's called
Yes.
the fucking ocean.
Yeah,
It's called the ocean. Yeah, just throw her in the ocean.
It's called the neighborhood.
The cul-de-sac.
Yeah. He's a very confused individual.
Yeah, he just tries to kill him 1 second and saves him the next. He's like, I'm a hero. I'm saving you.
Tell me how awesome I did.
Man.
Yeah.
Her eyes are very wide set. She's almost like a horse or a cricket.
Smokers. I like the drinking game with smokers as well. Because there's a lot of smokers. Just when they say smokers. When they say
Anytime we say it, we see one, anything. Even if we see smoke, let's just take a drink.
I feel like the smoke coming off the airplane would require additional mechanical components. Like, is it necessary? You know? I don't know how those work. Like, where you do skywriting?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Don't hit the kids, as if he could really.
Yeah.
Like, he's just laughing, shooting, like he's gonna be accurate.
Right. Yeah. Don't hit the kid as you're maniacally laughing and just randomly shooting at shit. Watch out for that.
That's the gun so loud. I mean, like, it's just.
Well, did he just get a machete or a knife? Arrow.
He has a harpoon, doesn't he? Is that how he takes it out? It's like a harpoon or something. I forget this movie.
Yeah. He does it with a harpoon, but it ends up
Looks like she's gonna do
it backfires on him because then it starts tying the harpoon
And
wire
she's just
around
like coloring. You know, she's coloring, having a good old time.
Yeah, she's about as
girl.
useless in this movie as anything. Like,
Yeah.
like I wish she had like a bigger role, the little girl. Like I wish, like what I mean by that, like I wish she did more. She's literally just there because she has a map on her back.
What a shot.
That was. Oh wow.
She's as accurate as a parademon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. Employee of the month parademon right there. The one guy who stopped Flash.
Yeah, he just shot Flash. Like, I don't know.
Gets his picture on the wall in Apocalypse.
The little girl is just drawing a picture of their impending doom on the wall with some chalk. It's like, before we die, I want to capture it.
I have to document this.
Yes. Uh-oh.
But again, all these practical effects are. I mean, this movie is, for what it is, it's got some amazing stunts.
No, I mean, yeah, it's, and again, he's doing most of this barefooted.
Yeah.
I know it's not always him, but.
Yeah, it's the stunt guy. Yeah,
But there's been a lot of shots with him in it that has been a lot of work with his feet. He had to build up foot calluses.
Hmm. He stubbed his toe for sure a couple times. Like, he really had to stop a shot because he was just like hobbling around.
Right, he had no toenails by the end.
Now, when this movie came out, I used to have a knife like that bended blade. As a matter of fact, I think I have it in that drawer sitting next to you.
So I hold all the power.
Well, I think there's like 5.
Okay.
I collect knives, but like when I have guests over, I hide them because I don't hide them. I just put them away.
It's under my Uzi and stack of Playboys.
Well, I just don't want to come across as murdery.
Right.
It's right next to the cocaine. It's right next to the
Right.
Yeah, right next to the cocaine.
Which I'm going to hold up in the air and show everyone as it blows away in the wind. All that.
Let him in. He has cocaine. Oh, God. It's going to cut out that tongue. Cut off her hair.
Oh, my goodness.
He's sadistic. He's sadistic.
Yeah.
I told you, he's got real issues with his hair thinning.
Well, little girl was drawing on your boat. Now what's going to happen to her?
Oh, you're about to find out.
I'm going to get a haircut.
Oh.
Dude, was Kevin Costner's hair always thinning? Like
Yeah,
always?
I think so.
Like from the beginning of time?
Yeah, because even in the new Superman movies,
Oh, yeah.
he's
still
like,
thinning.
it looks like he's still like, 30-year-old thinning. Like
Right.
it's just, it got to that thinning part and just didn't thin anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, Field of Dreams. He always had like the receding hairline. He never let it get like see-through on top. But right now, Jeanne Tripplehorn looks like Napoleon Dynamite with her afro. Oh, come on, guys. Jeez.
God.
Gosh. You hit me with an oar. Gosh.
Eat your fish.
Tina.
Like, this guy in the bottom left with the hat, like, what is he doing? Like, what is he doing?
Jack Black.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
Jack
it does
Black.
look like Jack Black.
It is. He's a pilot in this movie.
Is it?
Kyle, we're gonna fucking fly over fucking Waterworld. Chaos.
It does look like Jack Black.
It is
The
Jack-
way-
It is Jack Black.
It is? Oh, my God.
Yeah. He's
That's
also
why
in
he's
Demolition
standing
Man.
Yeah.
He's one of the apocalyptic
Yep.
people in the Demolition Man.
This was
Wow.
2 years before Tenacious D hit HBO.
Wow. Wow. So this movie is legend. This is the greatest movie of all time.
Yeah,
Is it?
it's the greatest movie of all.
Launched
Let's-
Jack Black's
Splatter
career.
service. Yeah,
Do we need to retape it?
yeah, I got it.
Okay.
This guy.
That's
Yeah.
Jim Coates from
This
Sons of
guy.
Anarchy.
Paper.
Peeper. A tread. You want a tread? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh my.
They dirtied his teeth pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That's impossible.
Doesn't he fish? Like, wouldn't everybody know how to fish?
Yeah. Well,
How
you
could
think
anyone
everyone would
do
know
that?
how to swim too.
I can barely still can't swim. Dude. Crazy.
When did her hair get cut off? Did I miss that?
Yes, it was right after you said something about it.
Oh.
Because she said,
I might have looked over at that maybe I missed.
yeah,
it.
because I'm having trouble with my my headphone jack.
Yeah, so you know who this guy is, right? From Sons of Anarchy?
I never watched Sons of Anarchy.
Tig, I want to say was his name on the show.
He's in a bunch of. He's in Pearl Harbor. He was the guy in the Doolittle operation. They're like 50,000 pounds. We gotta get this craft down to 15,000 pounds or something like that. That's another classic movie we gotta watch. Pearl Harbor by Michael Bay.
That's a long one.
I think the next one I want to do is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Which one? The first one?
The 90s, the original movie.
Oh, not the one they go to Japan.
No, not that one.
That's a
Not the Japan one.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Japan.
You want me to hold it for a while?
No, I got it. I'm just trying to figure out why it's doing that.
Yeah, for the users out there, we're using a splitter because he's used to just running into his board, but since I'm running my headphones off of his, there's a splitter, and occasionally it wants to only come in one ear. So if you see Steve looking intent.
Babe.
Bear.
I want to know why he's wearing watch your mouse. I want to know why he's wearing a condom on his finger.
Well, that's one of those things that post mailmen wear when they're flipping through their mail.
And proctologists.
Oh, Postman. Was that before or after this movie?
I think that was after.
What is Kevin Costner doing to that toothpick?
He's really.
I mean,
he is going to town on it.
Like it was barbed when he stuck it back in his mouth. It was just splintered and pointing in 4 different directions. Shut up.
With the wee one.
45 minutes with the wee one.
See, they ripped off Mad Max so much that they even got Tina Turner's wig to put on the little girl. Oh my god. What I got to do with it? Oh.
That was a very that guy's creepy. He's yeah, I'm with Alex on this one. That guy he's probably one of my favorite parts of this movie. Next to anytime Dennis Hopper talks.
I want to know why paper is so important.
Because
you can wash your ass in the ocean. They clearly have a ton of fire because they were lobbing it around the city like it was just nothing.
Well, and again, a lot of this shit's made out of wood too.
Right. I doubt they can read.
Right.
Well,
they can't even swim.
They can't even read that fucking map on her back because it's right. It's upside down and they just can't figure that shit out. I never thought to turn the map upside down.
Jesus.
Dude,
oh my goodness.
Half an hour.
I'm not gonna lie, like being in the music business, I've known a lot of people like this. Come across a lot of shady characters like this guy.
Well, apparently we didn't hang out in the same clubs. This dude's a tweaker.
One too many gin tonics.
That's what he does. He changes his mind. First, I'm going to kill you, and then I'm going to save you. Then I'm going to let you make a deal with me, and then I'm going to take it back.
Yeah, this guy, he just doesn't know how to people very well, does he?
Yeah. He doesn't like people. That's
He's
his
a
character. How far could she go? It's a fucking...
Yeah. Oh, look at me. I've got an Irish accent.
Wasn't he in Bad Boys?
Kim Coates?
Yeah.
I don't remember that movie well enough. Man, he would have had to be really new to the business. But I guess this is a decent part for him here.
Oh, you got to love the fake out they do here.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not our hero. He's dead? Our hero that beats women and hates kids?
Oh, shit.
Don't they see the knife in his back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget, we're watching Waterworld. Suspension of disbelief.
That's right. Look at those short... they look like short shorts. I don't know what they are. Oh.
Great. Now they can have everything in his boat. And the paper.
Right.
I want the puka shell necklace with a shark tooth on it. It reminds me of Spring Break '86.
it reminds me of my mom.
Right.
Because, you know, she's a fish.
His mom's a fish?
I don't fucking know.
Merman.
I'm 100% merman.
Where did she get it? Wasn't it already on his boat?
Yeah. What's on the other dude's boat? I don't know.
I think right now would be a good time for him, just speaking in terms of mental health, to just put them on that other guy's boat and send them on their way.
Right.
See, there's that thing again.
Wouldn't that battery eventually just run out of charge?
No, not in Waterworld.
Okay.
That's not how things work.
You can recharge it if you go to like Walmart. Get it recharged.
Well, that's the point of the turning thing. It charges the battery.
But wouldn't in Waterworld it make more sense to use hydroelectric technology? Let the water work for you?
What?
Not in
What
Waterworld.
are you talking about? No, this is Waterworld, where we do everything that you would normally do on a land world, but in water, because we don't know how to adapt appropriately.
Is this a water skiing competition that's about to start?
He cut himself to make himself bait for a megalodon shark.
Oh,
Giant ass fucking thing. Some giant ass fucking, like what the hell? That's the only CG in this movie is this fucking boom. Like that's way too much meat.
I'm not sure how he killed it. Did he let it eat him and then destroy it from the inside?
That sounds good.
Like Jonah from the Bible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, like Jonah from the Bible.
So the sharks just don't use their teeth. They like to deep throat their victims and save their teeth, the labor.
Or maybe it's like a whale. You know,
the shark jumped out of the water and said, "Don't worry, I don't have any gag reflex." Well, he definitely has the best hairdo on the boat now.
Right? I think that's a shut up, you little kid.
Is her lip ever going to get better?
No.
Okay.
That's water herpes.
That was the sequel.
Yeah, it's the gift that keeps on giving, man.
30 minutes. Just 30 minutes.
just 45 minutes with the human. I like to do a little bit of talking.
Oh, his toes are making her gag?
You like to suck on toes?
She apparently doesn't have the same lack of gag reflexes as the Megadon or whatever.
Yeah, the Megalodon, yeah. She could really use some lessons here.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm in the mood for Red Lobster right now. That sounds really good. Cooking that
this
fish.
fish looks fucking like the
Yeah,
best.
I don't even like fish, and I've always thought it looks delicious.
There's a big slap of meat.
Yeah, it's like here. I mean, I wonder how if they preserve food in this movie. Did they just repurpose this shot and just put a moon behind it this time?
I'm pretty sure.
Just made it a nighttime shot, yeah. He's still working on that lighter. He's trying to get the safety pin off here.
Don't need that child protection bullshit.
How am I supposed to push in and up while turning down on the wheel?
Shadow Vessel says we should watch the Meg.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I
think
knew-
it's
I
got
never-
Jason Statham, maybe?
I think so. Yeah.
We gotta watch all his transporter movies first. And then
That Jason Statham, he didn't get really getting famous until Snatch came out, right? Is that kind of like?
I mean, even Snatch, that helped, but
Yeah.
Transporter. I think that's like
Transporter was like where he had a standalone. I mean, Snatch was an awesome movie, and Brad Pitt being on it was helped. That was a Guy Ritchie movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, another amazing movie. I need to go back and watch that.
Well, I mean, my favorite Guy Ritchie movie is Aladdin.
Yeah, the new
That's
one.
Yeah, that's a joke. I know it.
I'm just sitting here looking at you like I'm waiting for the.
No, I still think that Guy Ritchie directing the Aladdin movie was just a weird.
Was that the Will Smith one?
Yeah, it was just a weird decision.
That is.
And like it didn't come across as a Guy Ritchie movie. It just didn't. I don't know. It was a weird.
The King Arthur Legend of the Sword. The Guy Ritchie King Arthur one that nobody saw.
I haven't seen that.
Doesn't it have Charlie Hunnam in it from SOA?
Yes, Charlie Hunnam. Who's playing Green Arrow.
Isn't Snyder doing something with Arthur? Is he doing an Arthur movie?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Don't know what the fuck.
Our Army of the Dead coming out.
Oh,
that's what he's doing.
That's in the pipeline.
Still, I would still love to see his Fountainhead movie if he could ever get that made.
How does he know the monsters?
Again, why do these people not already know this? Oh yeah, of course. This is when the monsters are asleep. We can get in the water now. It's just news to these people who seem to know nothing about aquatics in this world.
She's blowing all of her air out instead of holding it. I would advise against
there
that.
She's dead. Her hands went limp right there.
Yeah, she's slipping. Yeah. It's just his plan.
Right,
based
on the par, he's going to drag her out and give her CPR and bring her back to life. First I kill you, then I save you. Welcome to WATERWORLD.
See how I saved her? I'm awesome. I get the fuck off my boat, but stay over there.
Right.
Oh, he does have a heart.
Oh.
You know, I
fish heart.
Yeah, I thought he didn't beat me as hard as he could have.
Right. I felt like there was a little love in that tap on my noggin. Oh, shit. I want to hear him do seal noises. As he's jumping up out of the water, kicking his legs really fast.
This is like some weird water porn that's going on here. I don't know what the hell is that.
Jeanne Tripplehorn having a moment. Well, he hit me with an oar. He sold me to a weird man with paper. Maybe he's not so bad.
But we're still alive. Man, what a great guy.
Maybe it's my widely set eyes that have caused me to not see him for who he really is.
I just couldn't focus on his true self.
All I see is peripheral. Need resin. What the hell is the resin for? To smoke?
I don't know. Okay. I still don't know what the beads were about at the beginning, so.
Uh-oh.
Oil in the water. You know what that means. Is it tasting the oil?
Yeah.
This oil smells like shit.
This oil tastes like oil.
I've always thought this was a really cool fake out, like a Trojan horse situation.
But how do they hide the jet skis? It's water all around. Like
they're underwater, aren't they?
They are
tethered underwater.
That's right.
I don't remember.
I think they are. Yeah, he's going to look at the water.
Yeah, he's going to look right now. See him.
Reverse.
That's real clever. That's real
clever.
He looks ridiculous. Look at it. That shot is just not flattering at all.
It's even more. Just made it longer, and then he could have just stood up and looked at it.
Because then you wouldn't have got the.
It's like when you use the urinal that's made for the middle schooler.
Yeah. But then you wouldn't have got that nice, super sexy
ass shot.
Yeah, ass shot. Well, yeah, he's right there.
Yeah, he's not even that far away.
Yeah, he's like 2 feet away. Oh no, he spotted us.
How'd they hold their breath for that long?
They had like little tube things going to.
Okay.
They had air things.
Yeah, but would smokers be opposed to having a mutant on their team? I feel like those guys, that might be like his team. He doesn't even know it.
You know, people shoot way too quick.
Think about it. I think if he joined the smokers, he'd probably end up like leading them.
Oh yeah,
we'd have to kill Dennis Hopper first.
Which he could easily if they were in water.
He beats women. He beats women and children.
Right.
He
beats women effortlessly.
He cuts their hair.
He could take out Dennis Hopper's other eye and then put it back in to be nice.
Yeah.
You know? I changed my mind. Oh, what is he acting as a sail? What is happening?
He's
beginning to believe. He's beginning.
Yes. Neo.
Faith, Alfred. Faith.
It's just faith. You know? I've never done this before. He's swinging around.
Hey, you guys!
Oh, did they do the sail rip in this one where they take the knife down the sail?
I don't know.
Oh, dude. That's got to be a drink if they do that. That's got to be a drink.
That was Kramer that they just wiped out.
It was out of this world, Jerry.
What the hell? He's flying a kite.
It's the worst cat I've ever seen in my life.
He's like, look, we went up slightly in speed.
Right. Maybe you shouldn't have made a kite that has a giant hole in the middle.
Why did they just do that from the beginning? Okay. Oh, damn. It shot him?
Oh,
I forget that part.
I didn't know Dave Mustaine was in this movie.
I was going to make a Sabretooth joke.
Okay.
Yeah. Looks like Wolverine's brother.
You take a mortal man.
But I'm in control.
Yep.
No more lies.
Dryland.
Oh, Dryland. Yep.
That's right. Said it twice, actually.
That's correct.
Are you good?
Speaking of which, I'm going to use this lull. I'm going to go make a tinkle.
Okay.
I'm going to go make some WATERWORLD right across the hall. I'll be right back.
And recycle it and drink it.
So I don't know why. I mean,
how deep's the water? That's another thing.
I mean, it's the ocean. I mean, it's deeper now than it is. It's deeper in this movie than it is now. If I were him, like, I don't know what. I wonder what his breathing capabilities are. Can he just like 100% of the time breathe underwater?
Yeah,
or
that's what I'm thinking.
But then
he drags him all the way down to the bottom here in a second.
Why didn't this motherfucker just live underwater? It seems like a much safer place for him.
Right.
He doesn't like people. He doesn't like doing the thing.
Oh, how has he tested this before too? Has he taken other humans down to the bottom to like try to seduce them? What is
he? So, you want to see Dryland?
Let me show you Dryland.
Shadow Vessel. Have you guys seen the trailer for New Guy or for the new Guy Ritchie, Jason Statham? No. What is it?
No, not at all. I don't know. This is a diving bell.
Yeah, that's actually the shot coming up is what I have in the background of our chat here. I say the shot, like when it, I'll point out when it comes. It's coming up soon, but that's what I have in the background of our StreamYard.
I feel like
chat.
they tested something like this on MythBusters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did the boat thing where they tried to get a boat underwater because the Pirates of the Caribbean did that. It's just they couldn't even get it.
You couldn't trap the air
and stay underwater.
Right.
Yeah.
There's just too much water. There's just much water. Way too much water.
And the fact that this balloon is not collapsing on itself right now is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. That her ears would be popping like a motherfucker.
Yeah, this shot right here is what I have in the background of our.
This is like an all CG thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is your big CG shot. It's 2 days before the day after tomorrow.
2 days after.
Yeah.
2 days after.
This is the day after tomorrow.
in the 80s, there was a movie called The Day After, which was about like World War III. It was terrifying because back then, like Cuba and Russia and all them were still a real daily concern for Americans that World War III could break out at any time. But yeah, that thing used to scare the shit out of me.
Wrath of Man is the name of the movie that Shadow Vessel's talking about. I haven't even heard of that one.
Nah.
Is that like in production right now or what?
It says there's a trailer out.
Oh, he did. He said the trailer.
Let's see. Pepsi Cola.
Corre Senator, it's a Pepsi Cola.
Is he just now discovering that there's dirt at the bottom of the ocean?
What? Where'd you get these shells?
And why does he only get one jar full every time he goes down? You would think I'll get a bigger basin.
Well, probably to keep from being on the radar too much, I guess. I don't know.
Dude, they would get the bends coming up that.
Oh yeah.
Well, she would, yeah.
Yeah, her veins would explode. All right.
WATERWORLD.
The soundtrack's pretty dope, though. Right here, can you hear it?
Yeah.
Pretty ominous about it.
Yeah. Well, when they added, well, I mean, first of all, let's talk about the fact of leaving this little girl on the boat by herself. Right. No, she'll be fine. Like, what?
If she falls off, she's going to die. But otherwise, she'll be fine.
Yeah, let's leave this little girl who is being hunted by all the smokers and doesn't know how to swim alone on this boat while I take you on a magic bubble ride in the ocean.
I love that Kevin Costner appears to be wearing snakeskin pants through the entire movie, which I think was an excellent fashion choice.
Oh, it was definitely 90s, like MC Hammer inspired pants for sure.
Yeah, what happened to his bullet wound?
He's touching it right now. He's obviously uncomfortable.
That's all that happens to him when he gets shot with a bullet, is he just gets uncomfortable?
That's it.
Oh my God, I get that when I go to Taco Bell.
Dude, that was a pretty big revelation she had. She just saw that there's buildings underwater. Nobody knows that they had a society on Earth and everything. Like that's how far in the future they are. Right. That should be like a bigger moment of the film. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she just says, "I know." No, I didn't know. Like that's all she says. Like
there's probably also a lot of stuff to harvest from those buildings, like plastics, like printers and paper.
Paper. Wonderful paper. It's a beautiful paper.
It's beautiful paper.
I like how his eye didn't close up. Instead, it just filled in with some weird charcoal-like material.
Eye cement.
Rub some dirt in it.
Yeah.
They can find it.
Just shove it full of tobacco.
It'll feel better when it stops hurting. That's my dad always told me growing up. See how folksy he is?
Yeah, I just watched a movie with him recently, Speed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love
such
that
a
movie.
Fucking great Dennis Hopper movie.
Classic.
with his
And Keanu Reeves just doing what Keanu Reeves does.
Stay above 50.
another
Stay
movie where
above
he's like
50.
deformed from an explosion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, this guy you just can't catch a break with explosions.
Right. A little bit typecast. Oh, that looked like it hurt. Throw me into the soft netting.
He's like, what do you think now? He's like, well, actually, I just beat the shit out of her 20 minutes ago, so I don't give a shit.
She can take a beating.
Oh, you can do worse than that.
Yeah.
She can take it.
She's been raped 14 times in the last 7 minutes. And I signed off on all of them.
and I still can't get her to expose her eggs.
Yes. She keeps them tucked up inside. Oh, way to hide, you dumbass. I'm going to just stick my head out the biggest hole in the boat. You know, my biggest concern right now is that little girl is going to be exposed to a lot of secondhand smoke. And I'm really worried, you know, seems irresponsible.
Well, they have a smoking section and a non-smoking section.
Okay.
But the non-smoking section just means they murder you. So
The non-smoking section is the ocean.
Right.
They throw you in the ocean. I'll breathe with both of us.
How does that work?
I don't know, but it's the second time they abandoned this little girl.
Is he gonna like give her like shotguns?
Yeah, pretty much. Like the movie Hook with the mermaids. When
I don't remember that either.
oh yeah, when Peter Pan went underwater.
Oh, look at this.
This is so romantic. This is
Stick
Look at his little
stick
gill
your finger in there.
flaps.
Stick your finger in the gill flap.
Yeah.
stick your
Little
finger
ear-
in my thrush.
This is ear pussies.
What? You guys aren't into fish fingering? What's up with you?
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Exactly.
Look at it. She's gonna do it. She's gonna do
No. Oh. She's gonna give him a gill job.
Oh
Can I
boy.
get a cold one?
Yeah.
Luckily, the wreckage still floats, so that's good. Which is unlike pretty much every other boat in history.
Right. It's amazing how none of these boats really sink unless it's
They're all
pivotal
filled
to the
with
story.
neon gases. I don't even know what that means. It probably doesn't have any scientific impact. Although she found pictures.
No, neon gases. That makes perfect sense.
Okay.
That's for anything you need it to make sense for.
All right, good.
I'm going to say that about everything
My
now.
next band name.
How the
Neon
fuck?
Gases.
How the fuck did they do that? Neon gases.
That's right.
WATERWORLD. Suspension of disbelief.
I like how he has two different eye patches, right? He has like this one that's not as formal because that's the two, but then he has one that's more formal that's like an actual. You'll see there's different eye patches he wears for different.
Yeah, I've
situations.
only noticed the swimming
Jack
goggles.
leather,
Yeah.
You'll see.
He's got a hairy ear. He needs to run
Yes,
a little. Look at that. Look at that ear.
I'm still looking at the fucking.
I'm at an age where I have to check my ears for hair and sometimes run a razor along them.
Oh, I'm
And
right
he's
there with you.
He's letting that shit fly.
Well, it's WATERWORLD.
All right.
It's Waterworld.
Meanwhile, Kevin Costner hasn't made it past day one stubble in the entire movie.
Right. Well, it's the neon gases.
And look at him.
Really.
He's smoother. Oh, I got so many expressions that I just don't want to use because I feel like I've already crossed the line multiple
Now we'll
times.
get to that. Dryland. They said Dryland. Y'all missed it.
Oh, did they?
Damn it. I mean, damn it in a good way that I missed it.
Wrath of Man. It's a remake of a French film.
Yes.
He has fillings. Just saying. Apparently, the dental plan in WATERWORLD is pretty top notch.
Well, it's the benefits of being a smoker.
Right.
You know, you have your dental plan.
Her lips getting better.
Why is she not chained up? Like, do you see the shackles on her feet? Do they unchain her? I missed it.
I mean, is she really that big of a threat?
She got
I like
the
how the
match.
wreckage that they're sitting on, some of it's just still like actively on fire.
Fire on water.
What is fueling that?
He's like, well,
Like, damn it.
that rope didn't do anything.
No, he was going to use it to hang her, and it just wasn't long enough. He was going to hang her and then save her at the last second.
Then he changed his mind. Yeah.
Right. I'll change my mind. Should have changed your mind when you bought that seashell earring, you douchebag. Oh my god. We remember.
Oh yeah.
Lots of butt.
She was the first man who's never said yes.
I don't have a penis. I'm sorry.
It's just gills down there.
A big gill. But I'll pay you extra for a gill job.
It's like a fishtail, kind of.
What we call a vestige.
It makes a weird sound when I move it.
You'll know I like it because I'll go.
Kevin Costner's like the worst kisser on screen.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
I just smash my lips into your face.
Right.
Yeah.
It's basically sexual assault just when he kisses you.
Yeah.
Even if it's welcome, it turns into sexual assault.
Man, that thing has no business floating. There's
No.
It's gonna go underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, grab that extra netting. You can make some hat covers.
Paper.
Oh, it's a good thing that this paper is waterproof and has survived. You ever seen a spitball? What moisture does to paper? Because that ain't it.
You know, they cut this movie down, right? I think they should have cut it down more.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can make it through a 3-hour.
Yeah, like why can't you cut this out? I don't understand. I was saying,
Oh, National Geographic, he's gonna jerk off to some black babies. Plates in their lips and everything. I grew up in the era where I looked at National Geographic because it had like porn in it.
Yeah,
It had like naked Zimbabwe tribes and shit. Like, oh my god, they actually pricked the boobies.
or when you
They had like 14 rings around their neck.
when you catch that PBS special, you know, that comes up with the woman giving birth.
Oh no, that's how I learned. My sex ed teacher, my gym teacher in 7th grade, showed us a video of her birth.
Mm.
Yeah, that basically ruined me for a while.
Okay, great. And I don't like vaginas now.
Right.
All right.
did I come see it again?
For some reason, this scene makes me think another great movie to do, Beastmaster.
Beastmaster? What the fuck is
You've
Beastmaster?
never seen Beastmaster?
No.
Oh my god, classic, dude.
Makes me want to watch Masters of the Universe, though.
No, you have to watch Beastmaster just to decide if you want to do something on it, but I'm telling you, amazing. Early 80s, probably.
Hey, glass. That should be rare.
Right?
That should be rare.
Yeah.
That should be rarer than paper.
Yeah.
Oh shit! The dude from Up showed up. He's got a shit ton of balloons over his head.
Look
Oh
at-
my dad!
Look, everybody. It's Mr. Noodle's brother,
Yeah.
Mr. Noodles.
It's Sheep Man. Hey guys! Where did the Scottish come from? Is that really you? They just out of nowhere.
I think it's supposed to be German.
L'chaim.
I think he's like
Jewish.
because he's scientist, so you know Albert Einstein or something.
Yeah,
Right.
he says he saw them because he saw the smoke. But
Oh,
like he still would have to be within like 10 miles of like 100 miles. You
Right.
know,
but wouldn't you think if you see smoke in this world that you would stay away from it because it's
Smokers.
probably the smokers? Yeah.
Right.
yeah. Like, why would you go check on
I'm
smoke?
gonna get
Oh,
closer.
no. What it is this creepy ass motherfucker right here is sitting there watching them be attacked, and then shows up after the fact. Oh, I saw you way back there. Are you guys okay?
Can I
That's some Josh Whedon writing.
Yeah.
Nice
It's crazy. I left right before the war broke out on the
weird.
thing. I show up right after you guys get your ass kicked.
My timing just stinks.
Anyway, you want to join me up on the in the air? Oh, there's discount John Voight in the background.
Why was he wearing a monocle if he has a magnifying glass? That seems excessive.
This movie is excessive.
Right.
Everything about it is excessive. Shadow Vessel says, "Freaking love Beastmaster."
This dude right here is like the closest thing to a black guy on the movie.
Right?
Joss Whedon really did come in and just cut things down.
You know, he had a huge, arc with his father.
Oh yeah.
His mother in a car accident.
Take all that out.
Take all that out.
Irrelevant.
Unwatchable.
Can we add an or beating?
after she offers herself
How do
to
we
him.
squeeze that in? Your widely set eyes, I might add. I've seen it with my own peripheral vision. That's all I have.
It's panoramic view all the way around.
Yes.
Dryland.
Look how behind you. I already am. Okay, sorry. They all have different accents. Like, oddly enough, they're all still from different continents.
Except Kevin Costner, who has no accent.
He has some weird one.
No, it's just Kevin Costner being Kevin Costner. I wish I had a vessel on that one.
I think that dude's job, John Voight Jr., is just to make faces and stare and go, That's all. Has he spoken?
Yeah,
I
at the
bet he
beginning.
probably does have more lines in that director's cut. I don't know. Shadow Vessel probably knows.
Oh, look at this coat. What?
Why would you want to stretch it?
Because, well, apparently we can't decipher it the way it is, so if we stretch it, it doesn't make sense. Just trying to justify it.
Well, they wanted to cut it off her back because so it'd be flat. That's why they wanted to stretch it.
He has a
Put
new
it upside
outfit,
down, so that wouldn't have helped at all.
except for the pants, which he borrowed from Tommy Lee of Motley Crue.
Those are some Beetlejuice pants.
No, those are snakeskin. Those are Rockstar
It's not
pants.
even snake. I see.
Oh,
You say
Crocodile Dundee guy.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's not a knife.
that's not nice.
That's not a WATERWORLD. This is a WATERWORLD. It's not Dryland. This is dirt blowing in the air.
It's wet. It really is. It's all wet.
Look at my cocaine. Let it blow all around.
All right.
I hope there's no stingrays in this water.
Don't cook me. I'll be like shrimp on a barbie.
Oh shit!
Because he's a fish.
Why does everything have so many holes?
I know. Someone could easily climb this.
Or just sink.
That's what he said to Jeanne Tripplehorn when she derobed.
Ooh.
Oh. Yeah, this is a very holy land. With a spiky top.
Seriously though, where's your eggs? Expose them to me so I can fertilize them.
I'm in the mood for some escargot.
I'm escar done.
There was a calendar behind him. I wonder if
It's
that
a picture of a captain.
Yeah.
Captain Joe Hazard or something. He was Luke and Duke's cousin. From the Hazard Boys.
Oh.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Gotcha.
Old reference.
I used to watch that show.
Okay.
I had to go through my Rolodex.
Yeah,
that
these
one.
holes are literally placed perfectly for climbing. I also don't understand how this dude has oxygen.
Well, he's been a smoker. I mean, remember we talked about their medical.
The iPad
Getting oxygen.
We talked about the smoker's medical plan.
Well, that's
if you
true.
become
That
a
was a
smoker-
dental plan. I didn't know they had medical as well.
Hey, being a smoker is probably a good benefit to have.
Clearly, no one has vision because some of these monocles look like Jesus's thorn
like crown of thorns around their eyes.
I think George Miller was taken from this movie, though. Because in the new Mad Max, they release the water and everybody floods to go get the water. He's dropping food, everybody floods to get the food. It's the same thing.
Right.
It's the same thing. George Miller, you ripped off Waterworld. All right?
Honestly.
Jeez.
Bless you.
Thank you. Didn't want my sneeze face
So
on
is
camera.
this his formal eye patch?
Yeah, this is the formal eye patch.
Okay.
That he just for when he speaks in front of the
It
public.
just has less dirt. Which shouldn't be dirty because apparently dirt
Doesn't
is
exist.
a commodity. Why don't you fucking brush off your eye patch and go sell it for a few chits?
Is that a chin strap? Is that what that is? Is that what that eye patch is? A football chin
It
strap?
looked like one, yeah.
Yeah. What an easy way to kill people.
Right.
Right.
My God, Costner, why weren't we doing this the whole movie?
Right. Like literally, you're the only man who can't drown in this world.
And you happen to be teamed up with the only person who can't swim in this world.
It's like see no evil, hear no evil.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, Richard Pryor.
And Gene Wilder, yeah.
Yes, amazing movie. Where he tries to light the match on his head. Oh, shit. Oh man. What the fuck was that dude doing up in the weird hammock? Looks like he's jerking off.
Right? He's like, shit.
He's up there. Oh, wow.
Yeah, this score is all over the place.
Yeah, it is.
It's all over the place. And like you tried to point out earlier, the
Spy Hunter music, like.
Yeah, that was a very odd choice.
Dozens.
How do you know? And is that really a threat to them? People
Dozens actually seems pretty low.
Yeah, for a post-apocalyptic world,
Right.
for sure.
For a post-apocalyptic supervillain. Oh my God, these guys drowned. There must be trouble afoot. Or maybe they just live in fucking Waterworld.
Nobody knows how to swim on this boat.
I'm pretty sure drownings are one of the #1 causes of death in Waterworld.
Well, that and lung cancer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Leukemia.
Don't bring up any balding issues around Kevin Costner in this movie.
Right. Clearly, Dennis Hopper has embraced it. I thought he was going to say Miracle Whip, but I was wrong.
He did say Dryland.
Okay, Dryland, drink.
Oh, shit.
Like, even the beaded, like, drapes that are hanging down. That's such a luxury.
Shadow Vessel says the match joke is from Stir Crazy.
Oh, he's right. It's when they first go to jail. Yeah, that's probably my favorite Pryor Wilder movie.
This is so superhero origin here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it is. It
this
is.
is like what every superhero movie does now. I mean, what they should do now.
And they should make a sequel where he immediately dies.
I'm surprised nobody's made a joke that the little girl looks like Hillary Clinton with her haircut. I mean, you would think, but maybe they don't know who Hillary Clinton is, but you would think.
Well, in 95 they did, didn't they?
Look,
Hill Dog.
Here we go. It's Dave Mustaine versus Tina Turner.
You say crack is whack.
What love got to do? We all
They
remember.
just leave the cigarette butts everywhere.
Yeah, there's butts everywhere.
Great attention to detail. Great attention to detail.
And again, surrounded by water, every person's face is dirty as shit.
Dirty as shit from not dirt.
Right.
Because that doesn't exist here.
Dennis Hopper's gotten way more tan through the course of the movie, too.
Well, I think that was a thing. Like, I think I remember reading something about how people, like, they had to, like, color change the movie as it progressed because people just kept getting darker and darker and darker.
I'm assuming by the end of the movie he's going to look like Shaq.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when all your sun protection is netted and has holes in it.
Yeah, they all have definitely gotten darker.
That map makes no sense either. Just go up.
Right. Oh, wait a minute. We need to go down.
I never thought about turning the map upside down.
And no one's ever looked at just an arrow before and said, "It's a map."
It's clickbait, actually.
Right, yeah.
It's a clickbait map.
It's a map.
Do I go left or east?
Well, according to this map, it's on the world somewhere. So that's good.
Dryland, right.
It is a globe. It's a globe. Well, if you went up,
you will find it.
Go around
this multi-tiered.
Maybe it's a flat earther's map.
That's what it has to be.
That's why they wanted to stretch it. No, instead of going up, you're supposed to just go forward.
These oars are horrible. Like they're held together by like T-shirts tied around joints. Try tying a piece of fabric around 2 toothpicks and see how solid it is.
We have 50 million boats with engines, but we got to row this giant fucking ship.
This thing's full of oil, but we're gonna row it. Is this the oil tanker?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Meanwhile, full of holes.
Yeah.
It's leaking everywhere.
Shh, we don't talk about it.
It's got like rocks and shit on the bottom of it. I don't understand. Like what's on the bottom of this ship?
That's actually I mean, you should know that living in Florida, man. You should know barnacles.
Sea coral was that? The bullshit?
Yeah.
I think it's funny that the place that the guys that want to light cigarettes all the time is on a fucking gas tanker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. What is this, Jean-Claude Van Damme?
No. This is when Kevin Costner showed up during the making of Postman.
Yeah, which is another classic.
I don't know. That one's a.
I fear
that one's not so ridiculous. Like you don't want to laugh at it. Well, no, I mean, in the sense of like, this seems like in some sort of way, shape, or form, they wanted this movie to be ridiculous. Postman, I think they wanted it to be more serious than it was.
I think they expected this movie to be like groundbreaking Oscar contention.
Maybe.
They did not make this movie with tongue-in-cheek shit. Kevin Costner has admitted that it was flawed at times, but he still thinks it's a major accomplishment in filmmaking.
What, Postman?
No, this movie right here.
Oh.
I don't think the shtick was intentional.
Alex said, oh.
Why this movie has gained some type of status, because it wasn't meant to be that way.
I mean, well, it has a huge following. People watch this movie.
It's a cult classic.
Yeah. Like if it was a horrible movie, it would have faded into oblivion, and nobody would have cared about it.
Yeah.
But
it's a flare. I know. I saw it when you had the girl in the balloon.
Why is there a direct line to all the fucking?
Well,
doesn't he have to light it first?
Yeah, they went the Star Wars route of blowing up enemy ships.
One hole.
They shot him from 3 miles away from another boat, but they can't just take him out right now.
Right.
He's still bleeding from the last one. Her lip herpes has moved to her cheek, by the way.
Oh, that's the difference between regular herpes and WATERWORLD herpes.
That's the sign that it's in stage 4.
He's bluffing.
I'm just going to wait 30 seconds until it stops. Flares don't last forever. That's such a dumb threat. Oh, no.
You're not crazy. That's
thank God.
Oh, yeah. That's so funny.
That dude's the shit. That was very CG, green screen.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, well, didn't Batman? What year is this? 94 this came out?
95.
95. So Batman and Robin came out the year before, right?
Same year.
Yeah.
Same year.
No, they came out in 96, I thought.
Batman and
No,
Robin.
No, 97.
Batman Forever. Maybe that one? I don't know.
Batman Forever was 95. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, they just flew out of holes in the ship in jet skis.
And they're still.
How do you start the jet ski in the ship?
Listen, let's also mention the fact that there's on fire while riding around on these things. If only they had water to put the fire out.
Well, oddly enough, fire, yes, seems to be the biggest enemy in this movie. And they're surrounded by the solution. And there's a car. I think it would be hilarious if, like, Marty McFly just showed up and went, shit, wrong year, and just put it at 88 miles an hour to the end of the boat and flew off back to 1950.
But he runs out of room because the boat's not
Right.
long.
Right.
He just flies off.
Yeah, and then
And he can't swim.
and then Dave Mustaine pulls off his mask and it's actually Doc. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great scope.
1.21 gigawatts.
Yes.
It should have stayed on the water. That's a drink. It should have stayed on the water.
Can I get another coldie?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We have airplanes in Waterworld.
We are fastly approaching the climax of the movie right here.
I already climaxed, but thank you for noticing.
I was trying not to say anything.
Do I need to wipe the camera? All right.
No, but you can get off my shoe. Thanks.
Damn, nice shot. Hey, man. Nice shot. Is that the song?
Oh, I know what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be funnier if he just kind of fell into the propeller accidentally, like Indiana Jones. Yeah. Just gills flying everywhere.
Fish fillet. All right.
Yes. And Dennis Hopper just looks up and goes, "We're having fish sticks tonight." And then that's the end of the movie.
God, this score is
that
so
music.
bad.
Yeah.
Like,
It's very Indiana Jones. It's got a very Steven Spielberg feel to it.
Yeah, it's like
but only in these scenes.
It's the fourth variation of a score I've heard in this. Like, it's a Frankenstein score.
Right.
Yeah.
There's times it makes sense. Then they have that random, like that. Dun, 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 dun.
But that's why Costner fired the first guy, because he wanted stuff that was more epic and action focused. And apparently this is what you get when Kevin Costner tells you when you get regurgitated Indiana Jones soundtrack.
Who's going to tell Kevin Costner no, though, like at this time? Like he's like,
Yeah, he was at the height of his game here.
Here comes the Wizard of Oz. I like how this giant fucking tanker is sinking, but his little fucking boat had like 18 pieces of fucking survivable shit while still on fire.
It was literally just a floating hunk of metal.
Right.
Like, no reason for floating.
I also don't understand why the balloon that they use is shaped like a cloud. Well, there's John Voight. Oh, shit. Kevin Costner or Dennis Hopper's. Oh, he ain't having it.
This is what speed though.
Go ahead, Alex.
Huh?
What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said I do love him in Speed though.
Oh yeah,
he's great in a ton of stuff. I'm a huge
hot quiz, hot shot.
He can't swim. He can't swim.
But no, even like Speed, I consider to be not even in my top 5 of Dennis Hopper movies. And that's a great role for him, but he's been iconic since, I don't know, 50 years. I mean, he's been around.
Well, just when I grew up, I was born in 1983, man. So, like, the 90s stuff, late 80s, early 90s is when I started like having a brain that developed my own thoughts.
And I wasn't a big fan
Exxon,
of his.
Right there.
Oh, yeah. But I wasn't a big fan of his until, 80s, 90s. I didn't see the stuff that made him iconic early on, but yeah, he's been.
What a shot!
Oh,
what a shot! Dead.
Man, he should really just be like the main gunner for his people because he doesn't seem to miss a shot.
Look at the blur of the little fans in the background. Well, Wolverine, he's in this? Did you see that hairdo?
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, Sabretooth is in it.
Okay. Good call. Tie this off.
Look how high they are. Like, this little girl should be dead from that fall.
Yeah.
Well, apparently his fucking fish legs make him elastic, because that would have pulled his fucking leg straight out of his hip.
Or pulled the fucking balloon down.
Well, that ain't a bungee cord. That's a fucking rope. But he bounced up like it was bungee. And again, another.
I'm half man, half fish, half rubber band.
Of course.
I never thought to look at it upside down before.
Fucking John Voight never talks.
Well, not a fucking word except at the very beginning.
He's looking. He looks straight. He's like, it's that way.
He's looking through like a fucking compass meets a microscope. It doesn't even make sense.
Never-ending story all the way to the island.
I'd be worried, like, if you see all these clouds, how do you not know that you're in smoker's territory? Clouds and smoke. I'm going to take your pee bottle from you. There's a little bit of pee left.
I'm so glad I could drip that everywhere just to get a few drops on my finger.
Because instead of just giving her the water, I want to make her suck my finger.
I could have just dripped that on her face, but no.
And when she wakes up, I'll take it out and say, I changed my mind. He is definitely a creep in this movie.
A little bit.
And a wife beater.
He's a little fishy.
Oh!
I'll drink into that.
Yeah, well, I was, but I'm out of drink. I need some more drink.
Oh, we hear birds. There's a bird. Now, what would be better is if they turned this portion of the movie into Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, and they just got assaulted.
Or they all just freak the fuck out because they've never seen one of those fucking things before.
What the hell is that?
Oh my god!
Well, as I pointed out to Steve earlier, Dryland. Why? Just call it land.
It's redundant.
Right.
Not
you
redundant,
don't need to call it Dryland. It's just land.
It's just land.
For land.
It's land. It's land.
It's land. Yeah.
It's Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Kong versus the Mariner. This is what's about to happen in the sequel. Oh my goodness! The water is so fresh, I have to spit it back out. How would they know what fresh water is? How would they go?
Yeah,
it's fresh. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as fresh water.
Yeah.
All they've known is salt water and pee.
Yeah.
Right. He should have gone, it's not piss! That would have been much more easier. Oh, hey, look, someone already built a shelter for us.
Nice.
That's fantastic.
Oh, and it's a romantic story.
Oh.
Robin Hood and, Mary, what was her name? Mary
Magdalene. No, not Mary Magdalene. That's the Bible.
Kevin Costner is so fucked up in this movie. He's probably going to molest both of those skeletons. I'm just going to warn you. And then he's going to change his mind and finish on the wide-set-eyed lady.
Well, they walk into the hut. It's gonna be like Ace Ventura 2, where he's jerking off. Oh,
no, wait, when she
oh,
picks this up, maybe a ball follows them and chases them. The big ball.
oh boy.
All right, so they had her, and they tattooed the map on her back when she was a baby or something, right? Is that the idea?
Why didn't the person who tattooed it just go there?
I think it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be a birthmark.
Oh, that's.
But it looks like a Sharpie marker.
Yeah.
No.
It looks like a tattoo done in like West Broad Street.
Right. Yeah, in Columbus, Ohio. Yeah.
Apologies to West Broad tattoo shops. Man, Jack Black had such an inconsequential role. When I saw him on the IMDb listing, he was like in the top 7 listed. I don't even think he had a speaking part.
No, he didn't in
I didn't know he was in
either.
the movie till now.
He was also in Mars Attacks.
Right. Oh, that was a much bigger role, though.
Yeah, but still young Jack Black.
Yes.
That. Yeah.
He was the Marine
Yeah.
go-getter.
It's his boat.
He's like, shit, I don't really work on land.
What is
sand
this
in my
place?
gills.
Well, does he have to leave forever?
Right.
Can he circle back every now and then?
Let's be fair. You're right next to the water. I mean,
Right.
you don't have to disappear.
Yeah.
All right. I know it's right at the end of the movie, but I have to piss.
That's
I'll be right
fine.
back.
She's holding that closely, or she's taking a shit in the hole in the tree. I don't know what's happening. But she looked really concentrated. Uh-huh.
She's wearing her dead mom's headdress.
Yes, but once again, it's completely see-through and shades from nothing. So is he going to leave them?
Yeah, he's gonna leave them.
Okay.
I like you, little girl.
I like you a lot. That's Dumb and Dumber. There you go. I like you a lot. Oh my God! Did you pee?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I have the
What is
bladder.
that? Did you just throw a water balloon in the toilet? You were back in a matter of seconds.
I have the bladder of a 10-year-old.
Oh my God! I was in there pushing so hard, thinking I'm doing a Revenge of the Nerds piss that lasts like 10 minutes. She's wearing an old woman's panties on her head. Oh,
Definitely a Josh.
oh, nice tear.
Thanks for not killing us.
I like how she went from not crying to shit running down her face.
And then running as fast as possible.
Maybe
away
when
from
she
them.
gave him a kiss, he got so excited that he gave her a little gill shot out of the left ear on her face.
No.
Steve's like, no. She looks so sad. Your hair looks good.
Well, yeah,
baby.
she's scared to death.
She doesn't know who's going to beat her and then save her. He has one or two really long eyebrow hairs off that right eye that are
Right.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
dear Lord.
It's like a windshield wiper. It looks like Dennis Hopper's stitches from an earlier scene. Like a whisker.
Yeah, Shadow Vessel says discount John Voight had a bigger role in the 3-hour cut, and he wants to now watch Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, I would love to watch Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. Let's make a watch party.
Nice. Start it up. Launch it up. He can come back though. He could go out for like a month
Right.
and come back.
Yeah, honestly, like bring supplies from under the water. The fucking
Make a paper map of where you
Yeah.
were.
What the fuck was the significance of the chip around his neck?
it was just there for because
Kevin Reynolds.
Reynolds.
That's the end of the movie.
Directed by Kevin Reynolds ish.
Where's the?
I think what they should have done was they should have had him get about to this point, shift the sails, turn around, go back in, and say, "I changed my mind," and then end the movie.
Yeah. That would have been that actually would have been poetically
right. It would have tied his personality together. This is a very committal thing from him, which I don't like, and it's very unbecoming of his character.
Yeah, he's got very like Freudian level like issues here.
Peter Boyle, young Frankenstein, he was the film editor.
James Newton Howard. That's why it's trash. That's why James Newton Howard. He did the Green Lantern music.
Oh.
Jackie Fink. I don't like you. I just want to watch for weird names of this.
I don't see any Joss Whedon credits though.
He's a ghostwriter at this time. Probably.
Lawrence Gordon put out a lot of fucking money for this movie to get his name right next to Universal. It was a Universal Studios and Gordon, whatever his name was. Okay, Kevin Reynolds, we know.
Yeah, but that's like putting Zack Snyder's name on the Justice League. Yeah, because Kevin Reynolds is a Dutch, and
right.
Kevin Costner was. I want to end this. There we go. And Kevin Costner pretty much just took over the rest of that shit.
Right.
I'm just going to exit out of there.
That's a good one.
There we go.
So, what's your score out of 10?
For me, nostalgically speaking, I think if I were going to give this a letter grade, I would do a C- or a B+. That's what I said before it started. I'm going to stay steady.
So is that a 5 or a 4 out of 10?
That's a 4.5.
All right, he's going fractions. Yeah.
No, it would actually that would be like a 5.5.
Okay, 5.5.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say only because I like movies that I like to be entertained not just by the movie itself, but sometimes by the nature of the movie and the fact that we can sit around and have this kind of discussion. So I'm going to move it up to a 6 out of 10 for myself, because even though if I had to rate the filmmaking and the storytelling and certain things like that, I would probably give it a 3. From a watchability and enjoyment, general enjoyment, which is what we watch movies for, I'll give it a 6.
That's definitely watchable.
What about you, Alex?
It's a definitely watchable film. For sure.
What do you give it?
You know how the Oscars make mistakes every year? They always forget to, give the right films the Oscars. I think they should go back this year and go back to Waterworld and give it the Oscar for Best Picture in 1985. Is that good?
You know that they were nominated for an Oscar for Best Sound.
Best Sound Engineer. Okay.
Yes.
Why not
also
make sense?
Well, they were also nominated by the Razzies for Worst Picture, Worst Actor, Worst Director, and Worst Supporting Actor. So
everything that BVS won. So everything BVS
won.
They did win Best Actor, but it was at the Adult Film Network. So and it went to White-Set Eyes Jeanne Tripplehorn for the Best Butt Shot of 1995.
Yeah, he almost won an Oscar for Best Sound. It sounded like water. So
right.
Good job. Good job with that, guys.
So I give it a 7.
That was good. That was really good. That was impressive.
Thank you.
So, all right. Well, there's Waterworld, everybody.
That's right.
Water.
I fucking love that movie.
It's water.
I put it in the same category as Batman and Robin, a movie that, well, maybe not in the same exact category.
Less nipples in Waterworld.
Not in the same exact category, but like in the category of movies that I can watch and enjoyably laugh at,
Right.
But the concept of this movie still works to me. Like I don't get that unless I'm just shooting a shit with you guys. I don't get that like, okay, that can't really happen. Well, Why is this going on? No.
And you called me out when I just kept questioning what, and you're like, dude, anything goes in Waterworld. we were about 14 minutes into that one, and I said, all right.
Yeah, you're
going to find other things to make fun of.
You're over here like, boats?
Boats?
What the
Whoa, man, why are the boats? It's crazy.
All right. I think we'll go around in this thing. I appreciate Jeff being here in the studio with me.
I appreciate myself being here with you this evening.
Lantern, I appreciate, or Alex also. I appreciate you joining us here.
And it was nice to meet you, Alex, officially, and get to hang out and enjoy a movie.
Yeah. Real quick, if you guys want to give let everyone kind of know where people can find your content and what you do. And
go ahead, Alex. Ladies,
they know.
Oh,
these people watching know. You know what I'm saying?
I know. It's Shadow Vessel. He only came here because of you. So yeah.
Don't worry, Shadow Vessel. We will get on another stream. All right. Get a computer.
Oh, is that why he doesn't join in?
No, he can only do off his phone right now or something.
Well, that's what Jeff's on. Jeff's on his phone.
I'm on my phone.
But you're using my sound.
That's correct.
Yeah, you're using my sound.
I can figure this out at home. I just didn't want to. I have a home studio.
Well, you only live like 25 minutes away, so
right.
come over.
I would rather just be here and there's a more visceral connection to it.
Absolutely. All right, man. And where can we find you?
JefShaffer.com. I'm not even going to spell it again. Go back to the beginning of the watch party.
Yeah, just one F. Just know that.
JEF, ShafferLikeTheBeer.com. Yeah.
And you can find me right here. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you guys enjoyed this movie as much as I did. And all right, everyone, have a good one. Peace.